My dear friends, let us discuss today a very interesting topic, and that is palmistry. I remember that when I met my first palmist teacher many years back, and when he saw my hand, my right hand, if you can see, and my left hand, so he like my he told me that, oh Naeem, you have one line which I find in once in, for example, in 1 million people, and this line is not normal. So I was astonished. I told him that what's there in my lines, if you see my lines, do you find anything which is super normal or which is paranormal, which is not normal? So he told me that your life is highly, highly secure. You are a safe person. You will be a successful and happy person. At that time, I was just a university student. So I asked him that how can you say this thing with so much certainty? So he told me that your lifeline, you have two parallel lines. You can see here there are two parallel lines. You don't have one line, but you have two parallel lines. So it means that you have two lives. If your age is 70 years or 80 years, then you will have the double of this age, and you will do more than a normal person does in his life or her life. So at that time, I was astonished. I did not believe that what this person is saying. And later on, I recognized that there was some truth in his this statement, and I did many things which a normal person might have not done. So then I started my study on palmistry, and I wanted to discover the secrets of palmistry, that how much it is important. So I will today. This may be my first lecture, and then later on I may go in details that palmistry or chiromancy or chirology or chironomy. There are different names of this subject, palm reading. So this is a pseudoscience. This is not a science, exact science like chemistry, biology, physics, but is it real or not? So let us ask first ourselves that what is real? Is beauty real? Is word sound real? Is color real? Is intelligence real? Is mind real? What we say, what do we mean by real? There are so many things, so many abstract nouns that we cannot touch, we cannot see by our five senses, and still we call it real. For example, we say anger, so that person is angry. Where is that anger? Or we say that person is beautiful, so where is that beauty? Is it real or it is transitory? So this is one of the philosophical questions, that what is reality and what not is reality. So there are, first we said that matter is reality. For example, this table, it is a reality because I can touch it. My this face is a reality. My this hand is a reality because I can touch it. But there are so many things, like for example, my mind, my thoughts, my emotions, love, hatred, for example, so many things. Is love real? Where is love? Can I touch it? There are so many things that we cannot conduct experiments, and we cannot observe. Like science is based on sense data. We utilize, for example, our senses, we get data, and we do observation, then we conduct experiments, and then we call it something scientific, because we do by deduction or induction, which is also philosophical empiricism. And that is one of the way that we do things in our life. So there was a time that even psychology was not science. Even today, psychology, which is the study of mind and behavior, that is not science. That is not exact science like physics or chemistry. Because where is mind? Where are thoughts? Where is the function of brain? For example, if we say even current, where is current? Where is electron? Where is proton? Where is neutron? So if we believe in all these things, so at least here we have some lines that we can see, and these lines may be indicators of something. Now the secret of palmistry is that it is like a traffic light. when you the traffic light is red, so you don't go. Although the traffic light is not brake, the brake of your car, that is reality, because you stop the car by brake. Physically, for a common person, the brake is a reality, but the traffic light, that you are looking at the light has nothing to do with the stopping or with the speed of your car. You stop car because there is a red light, but that red light is not brake. You can go, but you don't go. So these lines are just indicators of your personality. And for example, we have a smiling face, happy face. So we say that this person is happy, and if a person is angry, and for example, we can imagine that this person is angry. Now, where is smile? For example, my smile, this is not just in the lips here, but the whole face. So this whole hand, the structure of the hand, the difference of the hand, my nose, for example, we identify people that this person is from Africa, or this person from Asia, this from Mongolia, or this is from Russia, or where from that person is, which is phenotype. Or for example, we do weather forecast, that tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week there will be rain or there will be no rain. So there are indicators, there are clouds, there is, we make an environment, and then we can assume or presume, and then we predict. We have that feelings. Sometimes we have that is scientific, and sometimes we have intuition. We inside, we feel something, that something will happen, and that thing really happens. So matter is one reality, mind, thought, idea, that is another reality. And now there is a new science, which is still a pseudoscience, which is not a exact science, that is called parapsychology, paranormal phenomena. Sometimes we feel, today I feel, sadness, something may happen. So that thing is not yet scientific. That thing may not be religious and philosophical, even that may not be spiritual, but that is another world, and that world is called psychic world. Psychic, that world is, yeah, there was some gap. So sometime, we understand. So forms, so there is, that person can predict because of the experience, because this person is gifted with one. So these lines are not the same. Every person has got different kinds of line. So cold reading and hot reading. Hot reading is that if somebody tells that person that this man, the personality is like this, because the lines tells you, there are two, the right hand and left hand. So the right hand tells you what is your personality, what is your character, what is going on, and the left hand then tells you that how, for example, the direction that you have taken, or it can be the other way around, when the people, they are right handed and left handed. So one is the direction that you are really doing, and one is your personality, your traits, your character, your habits, your behavior, which already you have made. So this is an interesting science, because of the hot reading. When we have some information from the background, so we read that thing, this is called hot reading. And the other is cold reading. Cold reading is that, for example, from the body language, from the smile, from the hands, from the mounts on the hands, from the fingers, from the nails, from the lines, this, each and every person has got different kind of personality. So we can predict, we can understand. These lines have nothing to do with the for example, foretelling or fortune telling, that for example, you will die tomorrow, or you will die after 10 years or not. For example, if your mind line, there are three major lines. One is lifeline, the other is this line. For example, if you can see, this is lifeline, this is mind line, and this one is your heart line, mind line, and lifeline. So it doesn't mean that, for example, somebody is telling about your future, that what will happen after 80 years. So this is something which is gifted. Every person cannot be a palmist. And palmistry is real, but all palmists are not real. There are some people, you will see them sitting in the streets, and those people are like, for example, they cannot earn for themselves $100, but they will be telling you, big castles, and they will be telling you that you will be traveling and you will be having this and that. Now that is something else. What is palmistry? That is just, as I told you, this is your speedometer. It is just telling you the speed, velocity of your life. It gives you some indication that in which direction you are going, what is your personality, where your mind should work, where your life should work, where is the luck line, where is, for example, the sun line. There are different lines, there are different mounts, for example, in your hair. Each and every finger, it has to do something with your one of the characteristic of your personality. So what is important here, that some people, everybody cannot be a palmist. This is something gifted, and I have seen very few palmists who are professional palmist. It has nothing to do with, for example, that somebody is competing with God, or this is something religious. No, it is a science, a psychic science. And some people, they have paranormal abilities. For example, some people, they magician or juggler are the people, they do some extra those things, and other people can't do that. So some people, they will look at you and they will predict. They will just because of your features, because of your face, they will be telling you that you are happy or you are not happy. Similarly, some people from your body language will tell you that this person is confident and this person is not confident. Similarly, for example, because of your dress, people will predict your personality. So similar is the case of lines, because these lines, when the baby is inside the baby in the body of the mother in the womb, so these lines are made because of different stresses. Because some people, they may not have lines, so it doesn't mean that they don't have fate, or they don't have any life, or they don't have anything. And lines do change. I have seen my own lines changing with the passage of time. For example, if you have, I'm telling my friends, if they have some problem in their mind line, so if they start smart work, and they start utilizing their faculty, so a day come that they then become, their mind line that develops. Some people, they have so this is something which is interesting. Like sometime your luck and your mind, that is merged. Sometime your life is merged with your heart. Sometime your emotions are you are more rational, you are less emotional. And sometimes you should be more emotional intelligent. You should understand your emotions and emotions of other people. So this is an interesting thing, just for the sake of fun, and for the sake of like your personality development, that where you have got, for example, I will be also talking in other lecture on astrology, that how astrology, like the stars, and for example, we have our zodiac signs. Like I am Libra, so I see Libra totally different from Virgo, for example, from other signs. And I can see that in me and in other Libra. I have contacted with so many Libras. So palmistry, this is my introductory lecture. Try to understand that palmistry is not science, it is not religion, it is not philosophy, and it is not spirituality. This is something which is psychic. This is something gifted with few people, that when they see their lines, so they can predict, they can understand. And because of the hot reading and cold reading, and because of the maximum probability, they can predict that on what lines your personality, your characteristics, and your habit, how you can develop. And always it should be taken from for example, positive way, never in a negative way. You cannot tell somebody that after 2 months you will have an accident and you will die, or for example, somebody will kill you, or you will kill somebody. No, it should never be used for negative purposes. So myself, I have got proper training in palmistry, and I have seen this, that it is really, really an important psychic science. It is not exact science. It is part of parapsychology, or it is part of paranormal phenomena, the things which is beyond our senses. And this is part of the extrasensory perception. Some people, they are gifted that they can predict, they can like forecast, they can tell things in advance, but it doesn't mean that they are making those things. For example, if you tell about God, so God is creating those things. While another person, a psychologist, for example, a doctor is telling you that if you don't do this, so this thing will happen. And a psychologist tells you, or a psychiatrist, that for example, what kind of measures you should take, so you will have this success or that success. So personally, I use it for the sake of fun, and for the sake of personality development technique. If you tell somebody that your mind line is not working, start working on your mind. So this thing gives him or her a lot of energy, and then this must be used for positive purposes, never for negative purposes. So this is my introductory lecture, my views on palmistry, and we will continue. But palmistry is never a substitute for your real science, or for example your real work that you are doing. Thank you.